and welcome to Ramblings with Rebecca. Today in Notes from the Field, we're going to have meta notes from the field. I am in Morocco, working with Darcy Hamad. For more on that, see the previous ramblings. I won't go into it again. But I did promise at one point that I would do a kind of meta rambling on ethnographic fieldwork. What the heck am I doing? So this is notes about notes from the field, if you will. Ethnographic fieldwork. First word, ethnography. Contested, comes primarily from anthropology, referring to the scientific description or study of a particular group of people, the customs, the society, the way culture and communities are set up in a particular area or among particular people, place, time, whatever. There's some debate within academia about what a true ethnography is, how complete it has to be, how enmeshed you have to be with the culture to be able to do it, that kind of thing. But the word kind of more generally, or certainly for an adjective, ethnographical, is referring to studying culture and people, I would say. Let's go ahead and go with that. By all means, I'm happy to debate. But that's how I'm using it in this context, at least. And Darcy Hamad, for example, runs an ethnographic field school, which is bringing students from around the world to Southwest Morocco to do cross-cultural, intercultural exchange learning about the local customs and peoples in very kind of face-to-face ways. So they're focusing very much on the study of culture and customs and peoples from that and their use of that term. Fieldwork. This one's a little easier. Researchers do fieldwork going to places where they're studying to hear from, talk with, examine, whatever, the particular projects that they're studying. This doesn't necessarily have to do with people. I have a PhD friend in the UK who studies invasive species of bugs, and his fieldwork is going into the river and taking river samples, water samples and dirt samples and things, and I'm obviously simplifying what he does, but the point is, fieldwork does not necessarily equal people. I'm doing human geography, I'm doing a mix of international relations and anthropology and political science and economics and religious studies and blah, 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 and environmental policy. But mostly the heart of my work is with people, and particularly environmental activists. So my fieldwork involves going to the places where these activists that I'm studying are working and watching them work, sometimes helping them work, and really getting into what they're working on and seeing and observing and kind of surrounding myself with the environment in which they work as much as possible to be able to better nuance my work. So for my PhD, I am looking at 3 research partners, 3 organizations who do environmental peace building in various ways in the Middle East and North Africa, the first of which is in Morocco with Darcy Hamad. I'll also be in Kuwait and Lebanon, and I'm sure you'll hear more about them later. For my fieldwork is spending around 7 weeks with each of them at their headquarters. So I'm based in the offices. I go to work along with the people who work at that organization, and I'm in the office pretty much all day, every day, helping out where I can, doing what they tell me to. For Darcy Hamad, I'm doing a lot of their social media because I'm doing as much as possible participatory research and trying to give back, realizing that my being with these places is very disruptive, right? Like I take time and energy as they're explaining things to me, as they're answering my questions, as I'm taking up a seat in the office, as I'm taking up energy, as sometimes they realize they have someone listening and are careful about what they say and that kind of thing. But so trying to give back while also learning a lot from them, going with them into some of their various projects since they work not just in their offices but also very directly in villagers' homes, on the coast, by the fog nets, that kind of thing. So ethnographic fieldwork, the work done going to a place, it could be your own place, to study particular customs, ways of interacting with people. That's it in a nutshell. Lots of question asking, lots of interviewing with people, lots of just spending time learning from folks in really cool ways.